Hey everybody, welcome to Book 3, Chapter 25 of the Westgate Irregulars campaign. I am Eric Scott P, and these are the rest of the Dungeon Scrawlers, or at least the rest of half of the Dungeon Scrawlers, because we have split the party and are going on two parallel adventures. Although there's a certain time dilation because the other group had to travel for several weeks, or rather 10 days, so it could be like a month separating them, which would be really funny when you use sending stones. I would kick it over to the players, but before we do that, I'm going to give a brief shout out to our charity that we're still raising money for Ukrainian refugees. Currently, we're looking at 4 million Ukrainian refugees who have fled the country, more Ukrainian refugees who are trapped in the country. Of the 4 million who have fled, 2 million of them are estimated to be children. It is terrible. 10% of the population of the country has left because of the war. So if you have some money to kick to our fundraising, which is down there somewhere, maybe down there, I'm not sure. I'm not looking at the stream like I should be. That would be great. We're almost at our goal. We're at 435 of 500, I believe, is where we were when last I checked. So if you have a coin, toss it to your favorite Slavic country that's under threat by a great empire. And no, I'm not talking about the Witcher games. Take it away, Aaron.
Hi, I'm Erin M. Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels saga, and I play Cecilia, who is having a very tough day, but at least has sort of uncovered some kind of new magical abilities, so that's good. I'm also going to tell you real quick about our sponsors. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure, which includes Frida, Havilar, and Mehen from the Brimstone Angels saga. The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam, Xbox One, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Epic, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. For more information, you can check them out at idlechampions.com. We also are partnered with Norse Foundry for their excellent metal dice and Phoenix Dice for a nice recycled plastic option. So you can check all of them out with the commands at the bottom of the screen. Which reminds me, I forgot the important part about Idle Champions, too. If you are here from Idle Champions, you're probably here for an Electrum Chest code. The code for the chest is at the bottom of the screen. Type that in, or hit Command Code, and then you can copy and paste it if you're on your PC. Very convenient. You'll get an Electrum Chest, but we hope you stick around and follow along the story. Now it's Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily Tang. I'm a writer and game designer at Wizards of the Coast. Disclaimer, all thoughts and opinions expressed on the stream are my own and do not represent Wizards of the Coast. And I play Keyleth Amakir, an Avera Necromancer, and her horde of undead bunnies.
Indeed. I'm Randy Henderson. I play Rogar Battlebear Dwarf Cleric, question mark, who was flying out a window when last we saw him. So that's good for Cecilia because now she can tell, Artemisia, see, it's not just your house. Like, we just do it to any house we're in.
It's a new thing.
Yeah, breaking out the windows and walls. Yeah, it's nothing personal, Artemisia.
Okay, great. So we are ready to begin. We are going to begin with a brief flash of a different time and a different place. So magic resolves into a figure that steps out of the shadows into a room bizarrely lit by green light. The man looks around, straightens his robe, caresses his goatee, and says, "Who has summoned me? What is it you want?" And a voice comes out of the darkness and says, "I have called you here for a purpose, Lazar Doviskaya." And what is that purpose? Show yourself, that I might see who has called me. A woman steps out of the darkness, masked. Lazar seems to recognize this as a regular happening. He says, of course, one of the witches you have called to me to do some service for you, I imagine." And she says, "Yes, I have a task for you." And he says, "Is it the magical kind of task or the magical kind of task?"
Don't want this flashback.
And the woman goes, "It is the former, I assure you. I wish you to find someone." Zar cocks his head like he almost recognizes that voice, but not quite. He says, "Who is it you wish me to find? I am not diviner. If you wish diviner, you should seek one of my brothers. He would show you better." No, I have called to you. I need you. I heard you were the best. Well, you have heard right. And we shall do this divination magic. He looks past the shadowy figure and sees a large hourglass seemingly formed of emerald. Says, "That is interesting decoration in your sanctum." And she raises a hand and says, "Focus on your task. I need you to find your daughter, Cecilia Dovoskaya." Zar looks confused. "My daughter? Why you look for her?" "It is of no consequence. You will do this task for me or not." Very well. When last I saw her, you, Wicklaren, had taken her away, as is fitting, as is right and proper. Just do it? All right. You'll rush me. Witches always so pushy. He goes over to a basin of water, which is ringed in purple, and there's a dark pool of water there. He casts a spell. It takes a while as he's doing preparations, and he's telling her a story, and she seems to be she's engaged in what's going on, but not really listening to the story, just staring at him. And then he casts his spell, and nothing happens. Well, I am a little out of practice. You give me another chance, yes? She pauses for a second. Yes, one more chance. I do so want to see your daughter. Very well. He casts a spell again. Still nothing. Well, perhaps she has learned to shield herself from divination. Perhaps it is why I cannot find her. And he looks up, and the witch has come very, very close to him now. You can see his face reflected in the golden mirror of her mask. And she says, "Another useless one." He says, "What?" And then he can't speak. His voice doesn't seem to be working. And she says, "Would you like to see something? Would you like to witness my new power, my greater power, greater than you could ever teach me?" And he says, "What?" But he can't speak because nothing's coming out of his mouth. She says a word so terrible and so powerful that blood starts pouring out of his nose and eyes, and he sinks to the floor, his body sagging down to the cobblestones. The Golden Raven wipes his bloody handprints off of the divination pool and says, "I do so enjoy that. What is it this time? Is that the 8th one so far?" A moan comes from above her, and she says, "Yes, I will find her. I will. It is only a matter of time. Destiny is inexorable." And then we cut to what is happening now, which is Rogar floating through the air. You feel weightless for a second, embraced by the whistling wind all around you. You had been moving at quite a clip, and so your forward momentum is still going. But ultimately, gravity wins out, and you find yourself smashing down to the ground.
Okay.
You were surrounded by trees. It's kind of a grassy area, like a forest, not especially dense. You can see rocks all around you. I will put you on the Roll20 map for when that comes up. Rogar, it takes a second to catch your bearings. And you realize that Sarshan has landed fairly adeptly on his feet next to you. And he looks down at you.
Back away, I scramble to my feet and sort to back away and go, whoa, what's going on, Saracen?
He looks at you, and his eyes are burning, and he says, "Secrets are poison, Rogar," and then he attacks you. So I have already taken the liberty of rolling initiative for us.
Okay.
So here, it's going to be his attack. I don't think a 15 is going to hit you, though.
No,
It's going to plank off your armor.
I just stumble back.
His second attack is a 25, however.
Aye, that strikes.
And that does a total of 16 damage, some of which is fire damage.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, and then it is your turn.
Damn it, Sergeant, and I will cast Hold Person on him.
Okay.
So he rolls a Wisdom save, I think. Yes,
Cool,
Wisdom
cool.
save.
All right. He made his save. He fights off your spell. He says, "I may not be a witch knight anymore, but I'm still a knight. Have at thee. Stop trying to distract the conversation."
It's not a conversation. You're attacking me. And I back off further. Is he attacking me or?
Oh,
with his
yeah.
initiative? Oh, okay. I'm ducking behind my shield.
Okay. He rolls a critical miss and just swings wildly. It skips off your shield, and he kind of staggers to the side.
All
And he
right.
says, "Just tell me what your secret is, whatever it is. I won't judge you, but I will keep swinging at you until you tell me."
I'm going to suggest that he calm down and go back to Cecilia because she may need him.
Okay.
So that's also a Wisdom savings throw.
Oh my God, he actually failed that saving throw. He has a plus 11 modifier, and he still failed.
Here's my question that I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer to. Creatures that are immune to charm aren't affected, but it doesn't say anything about like if you have, like elves who have an advantage on charm. Does he get advantage on the?
Oh,
roll
you're
against it or not?
right. He does have advantage on his save. Thanks for pointing that out.
I'm
Oh,
just trying to be
still-
honest and learn at the same time.
He still missed it. He rolled a 14 and a 15. All right.
Right.
He holds up his sword and he's like, you make a good point.
Hi.
He sheathes his sword, and then he starts heading northward.
And Rogar will turn and head southward.
Okay.
Where is Sarshan going?
He is headed toward the
hut.
The hut.
I thought the hut was down low. Sorry.
Oh no, the hut is up high.
Did you? Oh, you just moved it. Okay. That makes more sense then. I was like, is there another Cecilia in this game?
Sorry.
How many are we up to?
All right. Up in the hut. So Sarshan and Rogar have just gone flying by the window outside, and then the hut continued running without them. So I'm gonna need Cecilia and Calith both to roll initiative, please.
Caleb, you and Skaha saw Rogar and Sarshan go by in the window, right? Because it was that side of the building.
Theoretically, yes. I don't recall where Calith was exactly, but we can say yeah, she was.
I thought you guys were like going upstairs and you saw like them go flying by at the end of the last
You
episode.
saw them.
Cecilia is hunkered down in the bathroom, so okay, hang on. I didn't have my token selected. Where is my token?
I don't.
Your token is under the witch hut.
Oh, that'll do it.
Look at that.
That'll do it.
Look at that.
All right, let's try that again. Oh, great. Okay, well, I'm on the track.
There we go.
cover.
Oh, you got the
back
same.
up
That's
the witch
awesome.
hut, and then I'll
Good
put it underneath
consistency.
you.
Precision.
Okay.
That's what you want in a necromancer.
Indeed.
So the witch hut is still moving. You want to command it to stop?
I think we gotta. Cecilia!
Since I stick her head out of the bathroom and be like, what?
Rogar just went flying out the window, and he didn't grow wings, so it's not the good kind of flying.
Hut! Stop!
Okay. The hut comes to a halt, leaving you about where it is on the map.
All right.
Go in here and see what's
Ooh,
going on.
there's an axe there. Do you want to get the axe?
There's an axe? Oh, in the... What am I gonna do with an axe?
Are they?
With that kind of axe, to be clear.
They're
I want
somewhere
my
to the
battle
south
axe
of you that the hut has left them in the dust.
Gonna start flying over and just yelling like, Rogar, are you okay? Where are you?
What are you guys doing out here?
What is your flying speed, Caleb?
30.
Okay.
Same as walking, actually. So
But more
Well.
stylish.
that's probably like right here.
True. All right, so you start flying out there. And let's see. Rogar, you have started on your way southbound
Aye.
when you see figures emerge from the trees.
Ooh.
Well, it's not that you see the figures first, it's that you see the arrow that comes flying for you first.
Oh, okay. So they're not friendly figures then. Okay. An arrow says hello.
Right. So let's see. The first one kind of narrowly misses your head.
Oh.
The second one misses by a bit more. Oh, and then one thunks right into a gap in your armor, doing some damages. 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we see that from where we are? Or
You can see Sarshan coming toward you.
and then we see Rogar down there and he's jerking around for some reason.
You can dimly see Rogar down there. He's pretty
Okay.
far away.
Did we didn't see the arrows?
No, you couldn't make out the arrows. It's far too dark. It is very, very dark. Your dark vision allows you to see basically in dim light, and at this level of darkness. Sarshan is walking over toward you. Okay, Cecilia, it is your turn.
I'm gonna climb out of the hut, and yell at these dummies. What are you two doing? Don't jump out of a moving house. Why is that hard?
Okay.
Before Sarshan replies, since I got hit with an arrow, I probably need to do whatever Constitution check, whatever, for my concentration on the suggestion spell.
Yes.
And is that a Constitution savings? What is it for concentration? I apologize. Or
It's a Constitution saving throw.
to fail. I'm guessing 7.
7 is not going to succeed.
So whatever his reply is, he's free of that.
All right, 1 second. I'm just going to look something up real fast. D&D Beyond being slightly difficult. Okay. Yeah, all right. So the concentration breaks. And the spell ends. Okay, so this archer over here is going to loose another arrow at Rogar.
I don't see an archer, but...
Oh no, of course,
Oh.
he's hidden in the trees.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
The arrow sails past and does not hit.
treant archer.
You said over here as if I should know where that is, but okay. Oh,
He
the trees are shooting at us! Oh no!
moves to take cover behind a rock. Okay, and then it's Sarshan's turn. Okay, Sarshan has been walking over toward you. He said, Rogar suggested that I come talk to you, but hang on. He turns back around and he says, I'll be right back. And then he runs over toward Rogar. He says, do you need help, friend?
The trees are shooting at us.
He raises his vambrace shielded arms and he's like, all right, let's see what we can do. Okay, second archer looses another arrow at Rogar, but Sarshan is going to give him disadvantage on this attack. Okay, he missed, so the arrow plinks off of one of Sarshan's vambraces. And then he loses a second arrow, and this one hits for 8 points of damage to Rogar. Okay. Rogar, it is your turn.
All right. Rogar will go ethereal so that the arrows stop hitting him and will instead go through him.
Okay.
And then he will he'll move over towards the tree that was shooting at him, whichever one that was. Can you like make the little ping on the...
The arrow was coming from this direction.
Okay. So he'll move however 25 feet in that direction. It's hard to tell on this map. 25 feet is...
You can use the arrow keys to move yourself one space at a time.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Okay.
Does he
All
see
right.
anything now if he's close?
You can see that there's an archer ducking behind this rock and one ducking behind this rock. And you also see this swordsman who comes running running from the other direction. Let's see, does he have enough movement to get to you?
And do they have like generic archer clothing, or are they like of a particular city?
They're wearing dark leathers that one might expect hunting in the woodlands at night, and they're not wearing any obvious colors or heraldry. Yeah, this other swordsman runs up toward you, although he didn't have enough movement. Well, hold on. Yes, he had a cunning action that allowed him to dash. Okay, so he does take a swing at you. However, you are ethereal. So his sword just passes right through your body without harming you. Okay.
Okay. So technically, creatures that aren't on the ethereal can't perceive me, but if they unless they have a special magical ability, magic or ability.
Yep,
So
I can read it.
Okay.
Okay, Kayla, it's your turn.
Does Kayla see the swordsman at least?
Yes, you saw this guy come running out from behind the tree and then swing at nothing.
Whoa, that tickled.
6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She can do hold person centered right here. And that'll get Rogar also, but it'll also get the swordsman.
You can't see Rogar.
Oh. Alright, she's throwing it right
He
on
just
top of the
disappeared,
swordsman.
as far as you guys know. Yeah.
Alright, well, if the swordsman is the only one she can see, she's throwing it right on top of the swordsman.
Okay.
And then it hits everyone within 30 feet. So, that I can see within range. So yeah, just the swordsman. That's a wisdom saving throw of 17.
Okay. All right. He seems to shake it off,
Well, that was not what I expected.
and then turns to face the rest of you. Okay. Cecilia.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. There's a lot of stuff in here that I have to learn. So I'm gonna have to move a lot closer. I should be able to move up to Caliph, right? And at that point, this guy is 60 feet. Okay. Well, at that point, it makes most sense to just Eldritch Blast him. Thank you, Rashemi Wolf Spirit, for giving me back this. So 3, 25, 21, and 16.
Okay. The 21 and 25 are definitely both going to hit.
Okay. And
16, not so much.
That's 25 total force damage. And Caliph, are you holding a non-magical weapon by any chance?
Does a bone sword or a dagger taken from an...
What am I asking you this for? You have only magical weapons. I will not be infusing your weapon with any kind of magical spells. And I didn't cast an artificer cantrip. I cast a warlock cantrip, so that doesn't work. Okay, I'm learning. I'm remembering. In character, I'm remembering. That's all I can do.
Okay. All right. One of the archers gets to go. He whistles out a communication in a whispery, strange tongue that I'm pretty sure Rogar doesn't speak. Let's see.
It's ball bag. He's speaking ball bag.
No, not exactly. Well, it's similar to Elvish. And he starts moving away and then kind of fades away into the dark. All right. Sarshan gets to go. Sarshan is going to, he sees an enemy, he's going to run up to the swordsman and attack a couple of times. Okay, he hits once. Does a certain amount of damage. Fire bursts from his sword as he strikes him. Used his smite ability. Okay. The other archer, who had been loosing arrows, also fades away into the darkness. Rogar, your turn.
Is dropping etherealness an action, or it's not a
You
concentration?
can just
spell?
end the spell whenever you want, it as a free action, essentially.
Okay. All right. So I'm behind the swords person.
Well, you are next to him. There
Um,
isn't really facing in D&D, so...
I move behind him on unetherealize
Okay.
and cast. Yeah, I'll try hold person on him. So, was 17 save?
Do you have enough spell slots to cast all of these spells?
That was my last
Okay.
spell slot.
Okay. I'm just making sure. All right. I'm gonna roll his saving throw. He shrugs off your hold person spell.
Great.
Okay. Okay, so it's his turn next. He sees that he is pretty overmatched here. So he's going to he's just going to try and run away. So Rogar, you can make an opportunity attack on him if you like.
I'll swing my war hammer at him.
Sergeant hits him as he's running away.
And
oh, your 11 is not going to hit.
Aye. So I have to
Alright.
practice.
Then he runs off and just kind of disappears into the darkness like the archers did.
Okay, I turn to face Sergeant and hold up my shield. Oh,
Sergeant
thank
is
you.
staring at you.
Someone gave me a spell slot back. That's very nice.
As if considering what to do. He says, you could just tell me, Rogar.
I really can't.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm pretty sure but not all secrets are poison. Some secrets are more like really bad cheese. They don't make you feel great. They kind of make you sick to your stomach a bit, but in theory, they're also good for you.
Okay, Caliph and Cecilia, you've been heading this way toward them.
Yeah, is the
All right, yeah,
right over?
you run up as they're having this confrontation. It seems that the hunters have disappeared.
Don't jump off the moving house! I know the house hasn't moved a whole lot, but this seems like something I don't have to explain to you guys.
Now, Cecilia, Sergeant says, don't be...
I don't.
Okay, Cecilia,
But
don't be
Cecilia,
angry,
Cecilia,
Rogar.
I don't think they jumped out on purpose.
I jumped out on purpose. Rogar, I shoved out of the house.
What?
Things happen. It's all right. Once we go back to the hut.
I shall let Rogar explain. And then he gives Rogar, the most pointed look.
I cannot explain. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I cannot say.
I do not think those hunters were here for us.
Hold up. What did you just say?
I cannot.
You couldn't say?
Can
No.
you say what you can't say?
Oh. Let me think about that.
Cecilia is looking at
Shouldn't
Rogar
need
very
thinking.
closely.
You just do or don't.
It would probably be really bad if I did. That's why. But
I talked over Emily in that moment, so I don't know what you said Caliph asked him. So I actually don't know what that was an answer to, and there were no context clues. Can you repeat yourself?
Caliph was going it's not a matter of you don't know or you try, you do or you don't.
I do or I don't say?
Or say why you can't say, right?
Oh. I cannot say because if I did, then it would be bad for everybody, and so it's probably best that we just go back to the hut and...
I need to talk, I think, to Caliph for a moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over here.
Oh,
What's up?
Sarshan makes a 9 skill check on insight check. He's like, yes. Yes.
Look, I don't want to be excessively suspicious, but we are as the gods made us. And I'm just gonna point out, it's a little, maybe this is me, but he said the thing Sarshan said. He said the thing Sarshan said when he was under the Geish. And he's acting really weird. Have you noticed Rogar is acting really weird? Like weirder than normal.
Honestly, I thought it was Rogar just being Rogar.
Like a little bit, and this, I just kind of assumed the stuff like throwing the amulet out the window was just misguided attempt at making things fixed. Because he does, do that. But that's very suspicious. And I don't know what is up with, Sarshan!
Well, how'd you get Sarshan to talk around his gaze?
I did it.
Oh.
He couldn't do it. Every time he did it, he got into agonizing pain, and it wasn't good.
Well, no, I mean, that's easy then, right? We just try and make Rogar say it. We only need to do it once, and if he immediately goes into agonizing pain, then we know, okay, it's a gaze.
That's fair.
Sarshan,
It only has to happen once.
Sarshan has knelt down and is sniffing at the ground like a wolf.
Cecilia's going to
perks up.
shout at him again
Ah,
to
yes.
come over.
Comes
If he-
over.
When would he have gotten that? He's been with us this whole time. Has she been spying on us or something? Hey, why did you throw him out the window?
Oh, he has a secret that he's concealing, and secrets are poison. And
Why do you think he has a
my
secret?
style is confrontational.
Yeah, that's a thing that is just a different day's conversation. Why do you think he
I
has
thought
a
you
secret?
liked it. Sarshan looks very pleased with himself.
leave all of you behind. Why do you
If
think
do
he
that,
has
I'm
a
taking my
secret?
rabbits with me. You don't get
He said a
You
suspicious
can come
thing.
with me. What did he say that was suspicious?
The same thing he said to you. And then Sarshan looks around to make sure Rogar's still there.
Okay, so you think he's
Rogar's
under a gauge
pacing.
by the Golden Raven?
What? Of course not.
What do you think? Oh my god.
No. He has named the Golden Raven several times. If he were under Gesh by her, he wouldn't be able to, right? It would make his head explode. So clearly he must be keeping another secret.
Okay.
Here, let's try this. Caleb's gonna go over to her. It's like, okay, we want to know if you're under a gaze, so just try and tell us what you're not supposed to, and if your head explodes or you fall into agonizing pain, then we'll know, and we only have to do it once, okay?
Look, I'm pretty sure I remember how to do a cure wounds. So, if you get a massive headache, I'll fix it.
I didn't
It might
think
be a little bit of a guinea pig thing, but
I didn't think I would get a massive headache. I mean, I thought I would, but then when I tried to talk about something
you have a
before-
case on you.
What? No, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
You basically said it. You tried to talk about something before, expecting to get a massive headache.
But I did not say that. I did not say that.
Rogar, I will leave you out in the woods. You're not coming in my house until you explain what is going on.
Oh, no. I kinda explain it. I mean, I could, but because I tried, when we were right before everybody split and went to Rashomon, I tried to explain, but then I could tell it was not good.
Well,
And
we're asking you right now. You have the chance to explain now.
but if I do, I think something really bad would happen. Wait, let me think about. I kind of say.
Something really bad is going to happen right now if you don't explain. I have a strong feeling about that, and Caleb is looking at
Isn't there any way you
Celia
can know?
and
Like,
says that.
isn't there some way you can just know what I'm thinking without me having to tell you? Like, trust that I'm doing this for a good reason.
No! This is extremely confusing. I've already been through this once. And I gotta tell you, at least Sargent was like, willing to go until he started bleeding out the nose. Please don't do that again.
I won't.
When did this start? How about that? Can you tell me when this started?
Let me think. I think I can talk about not the things, but what happened. But maybe, so
Ugh.
let's say, like Kalis says, hypothermically, if like a person, someone offered me a cool deal, but I said no. But they said, this is it. This is the only chance you get to make a deal. And then maybe someone else said, maybe a friend said, like, we should kill that person. And then, but then I was like, but what about the world? Like, the world would be gone forever. And then they would have said, maybe. And I was like, no. And then maybe I said, okay, maybe I should make it. No, I shouldn't. No, I didn't. No. What can I say?
Ooh.
I didn't say anything about anything. But did I say anything about? I don't know what I'm supposed to not say.
Just to clarify, Skaha did a, what's it called? Non-detection spell on him, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm like, we should yank him back in the hut, because the hut's protected. However, we should definitely clarify some things. Okay, let's talk hypothetically. It sounds like hypothetically someone made a deal with the Golden Raven.
I didn't say that.
Thinking that, well, let's just tell a story here, Rogar. Somebody.
I like
did a-
stories, Sergeant Five.
Once upon a time, somebody decided to make a deal with the power called, let's call her the Glittery Corvid. How's that sound?
All right.
Because they thought they were going to save the world. And a miracle sounded real good.
They thought maybe like, cause they thought maybe if the Corvid was killed, then the world would be gone forever. But that if the world were back, then maybe their friends could stop the Corvid and wouldn't need them because they don't need them to save the world. And better to save the world. And everybody that they've ever known and loved in all of their entire people. And that didn't seem like a bad choice at the time. But
So now they've made an agreement in the story that we are making up here in the woods right now. Whole cloth. They've made a deal with the Glittery Corvid to do what?
I cannot say.
Then you cannot get back in the witch house.
Maybe that's for the best. Maybe that's for the best. Maybe you should just leave me here.
I had a thought, Sergeant says.
Ooh, huddle!
You know what? He doesn't have to get back in the witch house, but that doesn't mean he can't be carried along on its underside.
I had a thought, Sergeant says. Caleb.
Oh my god.
Just happy medium here.
Just spitballing.
That's your first option, okay.
Caleb, Sergeant says. You can read minds, yes?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Do you think you could read his mind?
Yes.
Do you think we'll find anything useful out?
So you hear footsteps approaching, and Skaha arrives. And she says, "What is all the trouble? Oh, there's obviously
meeting.
something wrong." Very
Team
well.
meeting.
She stands back.
We either have to isolate him or make sure that everything's okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little angry right now. But we're not gonna just, I don't want to just leave him out in the woods.
Let me check real quick. Detect thoughts. You can shift your attention or probe deeper. Wisdom saving throw. So, if I detect thoughts and you question him, can sort of direct his mind down the avenues that we want.
Okay.
Should we let him know we're doing this? I have a feeling if we let him know, he's going to try and mentally block us off.
That's sort of my fear. I can't tell, he doesn't want to explain anything to us. He didn't try to tell us this was going on. I'm not sure if, part of me's going doppelganger. I know, it's completely predictable. But I don't know if he wants us to figure this out.
Which is why I'm kind of can you just question him and then
Yeah.
I'll just sneakily detect thoughts on the side.
Okay.
Skaha
That's
has
pretty
moved
keep him on his
over
toes.
toward Rogar. She's basically watching him, scrutinizing him with that sort of very, very intense stare.
Okay. Mom, don't do my project for me.
I'm just
This is
making
the
sure
energy.
he doesn't leave.
Keyleth is just gonna casually meander around back this way.
Sneaky cast from behind the tree.
Sarshan's like, heads over this way.
Gonna perk on the far side of the tree here, someone looks up, they don't see anything, just leaves, branches.
Cecilia, Sarshan says.
What?
I smell something odd.
What?
I'm wondering what those hunters were doing.
Shooting at you?
Oh, well, yes, I mean that, but what were they doing before?
What do you think? You're smelling something. What are you smelling?
Something familiar. If you don't mind, I want to take a look around.
I am really concerned right now with you wandering off.
Okay.
Can you
I shall
stay
remain.
can you stay at least, within eyesight?
Yes.
I don't want you getting shot.
Oh,
Or
don't worry about that.
Golden Raven showing. I know that you don't care, but I care.
I do care, and I care that you care, but I shall be careful.
Okay.
I shall take care because you care, and I also care.
Yes.
He heads off.
Okay.
Not out of eyesight, though.
Okay. She's like, stay within eyesight, and then she's going to make very direct eye contact with Rogar. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to answer them to the best of your ability. Because we're friends, and I know that you want to make sure we know what's going on to the best of your abilities.
Keyleth is gonna cast Detect Thoughts from her tree.
Okay.
So,
What is the range on Detect Thoughts?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. Okay. You don't detect any thoughts.
Wait, is the tree that tall?
No. You can see them. You're just kind of standing, or did you say you were standing in the tree?
They're perched among the
Yeah.
branches.
Yeah. You can see them, but you don't detect any thoughts.
Even when I try and hone in on Rogar?
Yeah, you don't detect Rogar.
are you going to signal to me, or should I just start going?
Oh, actually, no, you haven't started asking questions yet, right?
Not yet. Hold on a
Kayla,
second.
make a stealth check, please.
Okay.
Oops.
if you're trying to be stealthy.
Yes.
Amidst the artificer stuff I remembered, apparently I can cast message now,
12.
Okay.
although it may be moot.
Imagine the necromancer is not super good at hiding. So, yeah,
Look at me,
Rogar,
look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me!
You see
I
like
take the
these
hate
twigs come falling out of the tree.
Wait. Oh, I guess
Okay.
wait, I can, as a reaction, I can cast, Flash of Genius and give her a +4.
Oh, all right.
Wait, it might be a +D4. Oh, +4 to your roll. Does that help?
16.
I mean, his passive perception is 19, so.
That's not gonna work then. I tried. I'm like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me! Chaos crashes down behind.
Is that an archer? Oh, no. Oh, okay.
No, it's just me.
Well, that makes sense. I guess if you have wings, that you'd be in a tree.
Well, now that I'm right next to him, can I sense anything?
No.
All right, Calith is gonna drape a comforting hand around Rogar's shoulder, and just gonna, she's gonna incidentally, her hand is gonna incidentally brush against his head as she does that.
Okay.
Anything?
No. But I think Skaha has figured out that you were casting this spell, and she dispels the non-detection spell that's on Rogar, allowing divination magic to affect him once more. So now you can hear Rogar's thoughts. And mostly Rogar's thoughts are, what are your thoughts, Randy?
Oh no! This is it. They're all gonna hate me now, and they're all gonna leave me now.
Just this wave of anxiety and abandonment comes washing over you.
Hey, Rogar?
Like you have never heard Rogar think that much or that hard.
Hey, Rogar?
Bye.
Just want to let you know that whatever happens, we're not gonna hate you, okay?
Okay.
So let's go back to the story. Somebody, let's call him Nogar, wanted to make things better and made a deal with the glittery Corvid. And the deal was to kill us all.
No, he would have said that cannot be the deal.
The deal was to make us go to a particular place where we could be neutralized.
No.
What are his thoughts doing? Are they the same?
He's
Rogar, make a wisdom saving throw, I guess.
Do I know that she took down the non-detection?
Yes.
Okay. This is
24.
not great. Caleb, did you pull that, or did I watch Skaha to pull it down? What do I know happened, and how do I know it happened?
You are pretty sure that Skaha, who was standing right next to you,
Mhm.
dispelled her own non-detection spell.
Okay. So he's not covered right now. Let's just be clear. He's findable.
Skaha is standing there kind of tense, and you can see that she's now holding her spear. She's ready.
Would Nogar have thrown away his amulet in order to be detectable?
No, I bet he did it for the opposite reason. But
Throwing away a non-detection amulet to be non-detectable? What's happening in his head?
no. You might
He made
remember.
a save against the effect, so you're only picking up surface thoughts. Mostly just that anxiety again.
He's saying, I wish they'd listened when Sturge had recognized that my amulet was different than the one I was given.
Is that his thought?
Yep.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Rogar, was it a non-detection amulet?
I don't know, but
You haven't had a non-detection amulet on all this time? So she's basically just been watching us. In the story, the Corvid is watching.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't say. I really
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. So you
I'm
make
sorry,
this
I'm
deal
sorry.
to save the world
I.
because you only see one answer. It's you and this Nogar and the glittery Corvid. He
Hmm.
must do the thing. And the trade-off is that he now serves the glittery Corvid. And his job is to give her information.
No. I mean, I cannot say it. No. But in the story, I don't know. No, he wouldn't do that. He
This
wouldn't-
isn't working.
You know, Sargent says, we could kill him and see if time resets. Wait, that's probably a bad idea. Let's not
We
do that.
wouldn't know.
Rogar will
Yeah, exactly.
drop his shield and his hammer and cover his eyes.
Nobody's gonna kill you.
Yeah, because it would be a terrible idea, Sargent says. Oh, and because you're our friend.
Yeah, but Cecilia might be losing her temper soon. Who knows what happens then?
You know what? I think you're right. I
I'm
shall
not gonna
shut
kill
up.
him.
So
I
she
don't
closes
want
the
to
mouth.
lose her temper. I'm sorry. I'm
I was
sorry.
trying to joke, but I don't think to lighten the mood, but I don't think it helped. So
We can stand out here and play guessing games all day.
How did you see Sargent's time loops?
So he knows about
Something-
my time loops.
You were
Sargent says.
there. It was something Sturge did.
Oh, Sturge did it.
Sturge did it, Scott says. Powerful divination, then.
Yeah, or some doodad he found in a store.
She
Or
steps close-
alternately in someone's living room.
She steps closer to Rogar. Not between Cecilia and Rogar, just closer to Rogar. And she says, Dwarf, look at me. Do you wish to show them?
I cannot speak it, but maybe if they happen to see it.
All right,
It
she
would
puts
be
her
okay.
hand on Rogar's forehead. Rogar, would you like to make a wisdom save, or would you like to voluntarily fail?
Or voluntarily fail.
Okay. So with the detect thoughts that's going on, Skaha essentially just enhances that spell. And Caliph, you suddenly just plunge deeper into Rogar's mind. And you find yourself standing in a room with everyone. Cecilia, Sarshan, Rogar, Skaha are all in the room. Skaha is holding Rogar's head, like her hand on his forehead. And a nearly pitch black room lit only by a strange green structure. When you look at it, it's made of glass and it appears to be an hourglass of some kind. And a voice, which sounds a lot like Cecilia's voice, comes out of the darkness and says, I shall grant your plea then. I mean, it sounds like Cecilia's voice, but she doesn't talk this way. Not this cold, not this dark. I shall restore your world and your people, and in exchange you shall carry my power. I lay upon thee these commandments 3. Speak my name or speak of our secret, and you will damage what we have. Do so at your peril. I'll put this
Why?
all in the I'll put it where you can see it. Seek to harm me or mine, and you shall suffer that harm thrice over. Do so on risk of doom. If you
Okay.
should go to the golden heart of the rift, you must slay all you find there. Do this, or all shall be undone.
Well, okay. I've never heard of that place, but okay.
And we are in agreement. Rogar, start-
As
yeah.
long as I do not have to, you kind of make me hurt my friends, even if they attack me.
I have no intention of doing such a thing. Before you go, since you insist that it is possible your friends can have true happiness and love in your world, I task you to prove it. Or else lose those very things you claim. Make them happy or see them all suffer. The choice is yours.
Oh, that doesn't sound so bad. I don't mind making my friends happy.
I do not believe in such things. And you will not either when you have lived as long as I.
Okay, you'll restore the world, and you'll let all my friends go back to the world.
She waves her hand dismissively, and the vision suddenly ends, and you're standing in the forest once again.
Okay.
And I did not speak it. I did not say anything.
You're fine.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. I should have just. I know I should have trusted that you'd find some way to save the world. I was so scared. She said this was my only chance to make a deal, and then I was afraid. I was afraid that we'd lose everything. And I just didn't think you needed me. I thought it was a good deal.
You know,
You
that's
went
what
to-
message scammers say when they try and convince you to do something. They try and inject a false sense of urgency.
Yeah. You went to her, Rogar. You went to her because you didn't think we could do it. You thought you had to be the one to pull another miracle. What is the golden heart of the rift?
I have no idea. I don't know.
That sure sounds a lot like you just volunteered to go back and murder all your family back in the Great Rift. Are you sure it's not that?
If it is, I just will never go back to the rift. But at least they're alive. At least they exist.
I'm not convinced. I mean, Rogar, she's me.
That's why I thought I could have.
She's a goddamn liar! We have to fix this. People will tell you you're gonna make a deal and it's gonna be fine and it will be easy and you think, yeah, I can outsmart this, and it turns out that no, you probably can't. She's gonna make a brief glance over at Skaha, like, oops.
Skaha looks contemplative. Not really angry, just kind of thoughtful.
Okay.
Yes, she is right. Speaking about Cecilia.
So, she found you earlier, I'm assuming, because you ditched the amulet.
I don't know what I can see.
That would be a very interesting step in the story. And I'm gonna hope that you're not passing her information, but we can't really be sure since you can't tell us anything.
I would not do anything to hurt you on purpose.
That's the key phrase there, isn't it? On purpose.
I'm sorry.
Okay, first of all, stop apologizing, or these rabbit skeletons are going to latch onto you and not let go.
Maybe I deserve it.
Everyone deserves a couple rabbits hanging off of their bum.
Aye, that's probably true.
Look, we didn't find a way to get rid of the Kasarshan's geish except to convince her to take it off.
I know, I think I still need to, like, try and make you happy, or the world
No.
is gonna... Oh, I mean...
Rogar!
I didn't... Just
Rogar,
in general.
you feel a little nauseous.
Oh, okay.
Like you need to throw up. And you haven't taken any damage or anything, but like you're, you know, when you throw up in your mouth a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
you have that feeling.
And this is all pretty visible to us.
He goes,
At least now we know about the gaze for sure, looks like.
Making us happy is an intentionally vague goal. What does that mean? It's also not your job.
I know, I thought, well, Artemisia and Sturge really, when I tried, before everybody left for Rashomon, they helped me understand I kind of make you happy, or make you what I think is happy. So I'm just trying to do what'll make you happy now, which I think is to, you know, stop the core of it. So
okay.
I'm trying
Rogar,
to do
you
that.
just kind of suddenly vomit all over the ground.
Okay.
And it's this black, grotesque goo that lands in front of you.
Oh.
Thanks for illustrating that, Eric, on the map.
Oh.
But also, why is it black? Like, is there something inside of him?
Oh. Little known fact, dwarven stomachs are lined with charcoal. That's why they can absorb poisons so well.
It's because they eat 5 pounds of charcoal every morning.
Yeah.
Just
Does this
maintain that stomach
Activated
lining.
charcoal.
Yeah.
Oh, I will not be doing that, no. It's like, can I cast Identify? But I'm not touching this.
Can you
I
make
just wonder
me,
if
like,
it's
forget?
cursed.
Can you just make me forget so there's no chance I'll accidentally say the wrong thing?
Forget what? Like, forget you made a pact?
I forget the person's name and the everything, and
Can I make an Arcana check? Is that a thing?
Sure, you can make an Arcana check, and
An 18.
I mean,
you know
there's a spell to
That's-
modify memories.
That's true. Rogar, you don't want that.
if it would help.
No, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Because you see, you forget consciously, but your brain still kind of remembers. And then it will come up and it will pick at you and you won't know why.
Okay.
You can ask Sturge. He had it worse. He's got big chunks missing out of his brain. It's not good. It's better to deal with the thing, and maybe it's ugly and tangled and not pleasant, but it's much better to solve it. I'm smarter now. Do I, if I make an Arcana check, is it possible for me to think of other ways to solve this curse that are not Greater Restoration, or ask the Golden or even nicely to take it back?
With that Arcana check that you already made,
That was a barf Arcana check.
okay, make another Arcana check then.
That was to see if the barf was magical or cursed in some fashion.
It doesn't look natural.
Curse barf.
Curse barf, yeah.
Uh-oh.
21.
Okay, well, you know that Greater Restoration usually removes curses,
And it doesn't this one.
but you've had that issue before with gashes leveled by the Golden Raven. You think that atonement quests can sometimes do that? That he could go on some kind of quest and atone, and it would break the curse? But
We have
that's
to
getting
figure
into
out.
cleric stuff, and like you never paid much attention in cleric class.
No.
Brothers
Why would I
Thorn didn't
listen to
emphasize
Brother
that.
Fearful? He's terrifying.
Exactly.
Okay. Which, I mean, is possible. Maybe we need to find a cleric who's smarter and nicer.
Sarshan steps forward and puts his hand on Rogar's
And
shoulder.
that's fair. If you need to find another cleric for the
Nope, sorry.
party.
I was comparing to Brother Feophil, not to Rogar, to be clear. But also, Rogar, like, the physician heal thyself mantra here is not applicable.
Friend
I
Rogar.
don't think.
Friend Rogar, Sarshan says.
I
We have all of us made pacts with powerful entities that didn't always turn out the way we wanted. I would not hold it against you. I know the Golden Raven, and she is very persuasive.
just
We shall find a way to help.
I'm just sorry that I didn't talk to you about it before I did it. I'm sorry. That I just should have trusted you more.
All of this, Cecilia is deeply uncomfortable. Everything Sarshan just said, everything that's going on, she would rather focus on the solution, which is sort of proving difficult. So I think she's going to go kind of walk this way and get some air.
Okay.
I don't have books in the witch hut that are weird, do I?
Yeah. Some books.
I only have my books though. Like, then I'm not going to be like, oh wait, here's a book we didn't take like extra books from the library that might be how to solve
I don't
unusual
know.
curses.
Did you?
I don't remember doing that, so probably not.
All right.
Caleb,
Cecilia, you hear footsteps behind you. And you realize that Skaha has joined you.
Caleb was going to say something though.
Go ahead.
oh, just gonna be like, Caleb is kind of stuck in the tree because she doesn't know what to do either. The only way she knows how to comfort Rogar is to send a skeleton bunny to him and to curl up in his lap so he can pet it.
Oh,
It's like, Caleb herself is pretty uncomfortable with this as well.
It's very cold.
I guess
But its affection is real.
Rogar will say to Skaha, I guess we're kind of the same now, huh? I guess. Because Cecilia is like mad at us both and doesn't trust us.
Okay, yeah. She, you said this before she walked away, and she looks at you and she says, "We are not the same." And then she walks away from you.
Okay, I guess I'm alone. With the bunny.
So here's a cat. It ended up being very, very fat right there, but you know, there it is.
Sitting in the curse barf.
Sitting in the cursed barf with my dead bunny.
That is the plumpest rabbit skeleton I've ever seen.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, Skaha comes and stands next to Cecilia. She doesn't say anything though. She just stands there.
I am imagining Cecilia is continuing to move, so is Skaha
Okay.
matching
Just-
her?
Yeah.
I
follows
am not
you.
going to inch us across this map, though. I think that's
It's fine.
fidgety and confusing. And we'll run out of world shortly.
Mm-hmm. Well, you head back over to the witch hut, and you see that the witch hut has stopped just short of what looks like a bare patch of ground leading up to two trees that have kind of grown and woven together to form a kind of portal beneath them. And you recognize this place as being in the forest between the outpost and Westgate.
Mhm.
It was where you almost abandoned everyone and
Oh,
went to
God.
the Feywild. Mm-hmm.
Well, this is embarrassing. At least I know where we are, so that's good. I don't know what to do here. We don't have a plan. We don't have a way to solve Rogar's problem. I don't know. What's she walking with me for? What do you want?
To help.
Which thing?
All of it, of course. Your friend has a problem, but sometimes problems are opportunities in disguise.
Could you... I know that we haven't spent a lot of time talking to each other for
You don't like
obvious
it.
reasons.
You don't like it when folks are cryptic. I
I
understand.
really don't. It's a
Yes.
power play, and I know it's a power play, so knock it off.
Your friend has a connection with our adversary. Perhaps you can use him to feed her false information or find out her weaknesses.
I don't... I don't want to do that to him. I'm mad what he did. But he was scared, and when you're scared, you don't always think things through. But I'm not going to use him. But I also don't... I'm not going to be stupid, and I don't think Kayla's going to be stupid, and I'm not going to let Sarshan be stupid about this. This is so risky. I don't see how this isn't... He'd have to agree to it, and I don't know if he can do that. You saw him. He's so scared right now.
Give him the opportunity to make amends. It is not using him, it is leading him.
Where's the line?
Wherever you draw it.
No, that is a bullshit answer. Where's the line? What point do I become her? At what point is it too much? And I'm taking all of these people and treating them like they're playthings. Like they're just a means to an end.
I cannot say, but I do not think you've crossed it yet.
If the only way I can find it is to cross it, then that's... I mean, I bet Dad would be proud of her. Lazar would definitely have preferred that kind of daughter. But he's not around anymore, so I don't think that matters too much.
Only in that we'll have to make sure you do not become her. For what it's worth, she says, I prefer this daughter. She touches you on the shoulder.
I think I have to talk to Caliph.
Of course.
So...
I shall make preparations to use this portal if we so choose.
Why? This is because this is where you're going.
This was where the hut was taking us, yes.
That's right. This is where I was... Does this go straight to your grove?
I can use the magic such that it will.
Yeah.
I could teach you if you wish to learn.
Maybe.
No,
I
speak to
almost
your
used
friend.
this portal once.
I know. I'm glad you did not.
Okay. So Cecilia's gonna go back and get Kayla's attention.
I'll just move you down there.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Caleb's just been in the tree, just really awkwardly sitting there this whole time.
Sarshan is like, I'll catch you. I promise. I'll catch you.
Sure. Caleb's gonna fly down and land gently on his shoulders.
Ah, you're much lighter than you look. Wait, that was a very rude thing to say.
It's the bird bones.
Of course.
Do you have hollow bones?
I don't know. I've actually never checked.
She literally does. Variel literally
Makes
do.
sense.
Varial necromancer takes her own bones out and checks them. Okay. Huddle. I don't know why I'm allowed to grab you, but I did just grab you. My apologies. Okay. What are we gonna do? My mother is suggesting that we use Rogar to feed false information back to the Golden Raven, but I feel like if we ask him that, his head's gonna explode.
Well, then just do it, right?
I don't want to make his head explode.
No. I don't mean make his head explode. I mean just feed him false information, right?
Does that feel okay? That feels really kind of evil.
Well, okay. If we can find some way to just like reassure him right now that we're all good, and then feed him false information, and then after everything's cleared up, we can tell him that. Like clear it with him afterwards.
I guess
I have a
so.
feeling he'd understand. And look, it just feels evil because it doesn't feel good.
I hope somebody clips that because that was great.
Oh, I couldn't think fast enough.
Oh my god.
We should figure out. Look, between the two of them, Sarshan and Rogar, and I think Sarshan more so, maybe it's good we haven't actually sat him down and made him tell us what the Golden Raven's weaknesses are, like what might be useful and how we could possibly make just even the slightest stand against her.
Actually, good question. Is he forbidden from talking about the Golden Raven's weaknesses?
Sarshan's not anymore. I tricked her into taking the geish off.
Well, no, Rogar too. If Rogar's
think-
interacted with her more recently,
I
and he's mentioned the Golden Raven, right? So
Yeah.
not like he
might
can't
be.
talk about her.
He maybe? Well, we could try.
So, okay. What if we
Over
do
by the
that?
tree, Sarshan and Rogar talking, and Sarshan seems to be kind of
Okay.
like
We get
reassuring Rogar.
some information. We give
And
him
if-
the wrong idea about what we're gonna do with it.
Wait,
Hey,
sorry,
so
I missed that. Are you saying we do give him the wrong idea of what we're going to do with it?
I thought that's what you were saying we should do.
No, yeah, this is me, Emily, asking because I didn't hear
Oh,
you
sorry.
clearly.
Yes, I'm Cecilia is suggesting that we try to get Rogar and Sarshan to give as much information as they know about the Golden Raven, and then we present a plan that we are not going to follow to Rogar. But I still feel like we should look into getting rid of this geish. And
Doesn't that
maybe
happen when we kill the Golden Raven, and isn't that what we're trying to do anyways?
yes, although, if we go to fight her and Rogar's under her control, I don't like that.
Does the Gish mean she can control him?
I
Or
don't
is
know
it
what
just
it
that?
means.
Hmm.
I mean, like, his does not seem to be exactly the same as Sarshan's. She couldn't control Sarshan, right? He just took
Didn't
psychic
seem like
damage.
it.
We
Didn't
can.
seem like she controlled him directly.
Okay.
I think
That's
for the-
good, probably, because honestly, Cecilia finds this whole thing like a psychological horror show. So it would be so much worse if the alternate her used to literally control her boyfriend.
No, it's just emotional manipulation.
Oh, that's much better.
That's so much better.
Better.
We can, I mean, there's nothing to stop us from proceeding with this plan of pumping him for information and feeding him a false plan. And then if it turns out she can control him or tell him to do something bad to us, we can deal with it when it comes to that.
Okay. Let's just take this one at a time. Let's see what we can figure out from the two of them. And then figure out the plan thing next. And whether we should be going into the Feywild is a good question.
Are you okay with him coming back into the witch house?
No? That is the first time I've had a space that was entirely safe. And it feels very unsafe now. And for a moment, I may have been ready to just leave him in the woods. I'm not gonna lie, but we can't do that.
We can all walk. All of us then.
Yeah.
Or fly, or teleport, or whatever.
It's a lot easier for you to say, we'll walk. You've got wings.
Yeah, I'm not the
Although
one doing it.
I did notice that on this artificer's spell list that someone built me, I have levitate now, so maybe I also don't have to use my legs.
Yep.
Okay. We'll get... Okay, so let's talk to them. Then we'll ransack the hut for things we need to take with us. And possibly go into the Feywild. Good plan?
Can I extend a bone wing to pat you on the shoulder?
I'm only gonna flinch some. Because it's still real creepy. Caleb, it's real creepy.
I understand. It's not to everyone's taste.
It's like you know what a bone claw is?
Yeah! Are you saying they're like bone claws?
Definitely.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, we'll walk back over to the guys and prepare to have a conversation.
Great. On that note, it might be a good time for us to take our break. So, Yang Yang, omnipotent being in the clouds, please queue us up for 10 minutes, and we will come back for some fact finding, some confrontation, and some revelations. Don't go away. And we're back. Welcome back. So when last we left our heroes, Cecilia and Caliph had made at least the first stirrings of a plan, and they are approaching Sarshan and Rogar. Before they return, Sarshan is consoling Rogar. Like, over the last couple of moments, he has basically told Rogar that he understands and he does not hold it against him, and he is apologetic about confronting him in that way.
No, that's fine. I'm glad she did. I'm glad it came out. I couldn't say anything, and I was afraid about what would happen if it did. But thank you, Sarshan.
I did notice that your curse seems to be different from mine, he says.
I kept waiting for the nosebleeds, but they never happened.
No, just the cursed vomit. He points at the black goo.
I think I'd rather have nosebleeds.
He picks up a stick and pokes at the stick. It seems very gelatinous. Does that happen every time that you say something About-
No, that's the first time it's happened like that. Maybe.
Hmm.
But I haven't. I've always been careful not to say anything except for I've slipped and said her name a couple times.
Hmm.
And then like things like the fire gets dim or something, but that doesn't seem to be so
Ah.
bad.
Yes, she is very dramatic. It's true. And Cecilia and Caleb come back.
Given that the golden raven is Cecilia, I feel like that's a comment on Cecilia's personality very much so too.
There's a lot of that happening right now. It's not making Cecilia feel good. One thing that did occur to me, and therefore to Cecilia as we're walking back, we maybe want to, as much as Cecilia would like to keep her house a sacred space, Rogar is not currently under any kind of non-detection protection, and that makes Cecilia very anxious. So she might go, hold on, maybe we should go back in the house.
The house is protected from divination, yes, Sarshan says.
She's saying this to Caleb as they're walking over. You're still talking about how I'm dramatic.
Golden Raven is dramatic. I would never say such a thing about Cecilia, Sarshan says.
I mean, that's all up to you. It's your house.
I think this is probably worth using it for.
Is there a room in the house you like less?
I mean, the house only has the 2 rooms.
I know.
Guess
Is
the
there one of those you
upstairs.
like the less?
I guess the upstairs, because it's for you guys, so I don't really go up there.
Um,
And if I have to use the restroom, I can go out the window now because
Please don't do that.
there's no window.
That's-
Oh, sorry.
There's no window. That's the problem. Not the splashback.
I mean, if it's out the rear of the house, if we're moving forward, then no splashback.
yeah, but unfortunately, the ground is very far away, so it's like any splash that comes back has to just be like amazingly strong.
Okay.
Anyways,
We need to have a conversation, and I think it's safer if we have the conversation in the hut. So let's all go back and go up to the top floor, and we can discuss how we're gonna deal with this.
Okay.
Can we swap the map, or can we just use our imagination?
Yep, I will swap the map. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Go back into the witch hut. Yeah, as you're walking back toward the witch hut, a little pool of poisonous vomit twitches. You go
This
upstairs.
reminds me too much of what happened with Shay.
can we see the twitching? Or are we already like gone by then?
What is Kayla's passive perception?
Very low.
Then no. Rogar's passive perception is 19, however.
Aye.
Rogar, you see the twitching vomit.
Oh, the
My passive
vomit's
investigation has
twitching.
gotten very high.
It
What?
looks kind of like that black goo that came out of Shay. I'm worried. I don't know what it is though. It's came out of me.
What? Like that? Like wasn't that like bleakness?
Aye.
Uh-oh.
Aye.
Switching back. Yeah,
I
you
took-
all started walking away, and then you noticed that vomit started twitching.
You blast the vomit.
Mm,
No. Preserve it.
In what?
Oh, good question. Do we have anything on us?
You hear this kind of whispering voice.
Mm. What did I take?
Rogar tries to remember how he destroyed the bleakness, but it was like happy singing and happy dancing, and he starts to try and sing happy and dance, but he's just not feeling it. It's like, what?
Can we make
Wait,
some
is
kind of
it
check
talking?
to remember? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Everything starts to feel a little colder, like the air has become a little chill. and the vomit grows. It spreads across the ground toward Rogar.
So we've dealt with this before. I don't remember what we did. Is there some kind of check to remember before we do something that makes us stronger, or
Make an investigation check. Investigate your memory.
29? That's a natural 20. Just to be clear, I remember
Wow.
everything.
All right.
Read the
you
whole
are-
list.
You are pretty sure this is a manifestation of the bleakness. That somehow Rogar created more bleakness. And it
Wasn't-
is starting to take physical form. You can attack it.
Wasn't this called Bogglewumps
We
before?
attacked this stuff and we got out and we were okay, and I want to remember what I did. Was it some kind of special attack? Do we have to sing and hold hands? Like, I'm not coming in cold and I critted it, so I want some secrets.
You seem to recall that Rogar's clerical magic was very potent against it. Radiant damage seemed to be very potent against it.
Do you have radiant, do the spells, does anybody have radiant magic at this point?
I'm assuming Blight won't work.
Yeah, opposite of blight is what we're looking for.
I called down a flame strike on it.
Okay.
Is Flame Strike radiant?
It's
Partly
radiant
radiant.
and fire. So, right. So 18 radiant. 10 fire damage to it. So, oh no!
Okay.
And he's like,
That
pick up
seems
your
to
thoughts.
do a lot of damage to it. Sarshan steps forward and charges up his sword with his paladin radiant smiting ability. Smashes into the thing.
Thank you, Mary.
And it stops moving.
Okay. Is it playing dead if I use this wand of detect magic? Is it still
I like how careful you're being with all of this.
Listen, you gave me a 19 intelligence.
It's true.
I'm gonna
it's
use
true.
it.
It appears to be dead. You can see it starting to flake away. However, you still hear those moaning, whispering sounds.
We all hear them, or just Rogar?
Yeah, everyone does.
Does
know
it seem
what
to
they're
be
coming
centered on the flaking goo, or is it like coming
No,
from
it's coming from all around you.
Oh.
I love every time we try to make a plan, Eric's like, but what if you didn't?
What else are DMs for?
Right.
I gave my players magic items, I'm just saying.
Hey, I mean, it's all fair. We mess with the DMs. We screw up their plans.
Items. All right. Yeah, you see more puddles of bleakness coming toward you, stalking toward you out of the trees.
Okay.
Well,
Is this
is
what
this-
happens when I talk about her? Oh no.
Is this the part where we get in the witch house and book it?
You do see another one just appears when Rogar says what he says.
Or if we get in the witch house like this, are they going to appear in there?
Sarshan says, well, I suggest a tactical retreat.
All right. Yeah, I guess so.
Practical sounds practical.
Let's go back to the witch house as fast as we can.
Rogar. One of them seems to say. All right, you make haste back toward the witch house. The things keep following you all the way up the steps into the witch house.
What?
All right, you are now. Oh, they don't come into the witch house with you.
Oh,
You're
okay.
safe in there.
I
They
feel like
you stop at the steps.
I was gonna say, I feel like as soon as that begins, I'm going to shut down this plan to make the witch house stand up. In fact, I'm gonna make the witch house stand up just anyway with its super long
Okay.
legs.
All right. So you're back in the witch hut. Oh, everybody's upstairs for a second.
If I look out the window, wait, there is a window. There is a window because well, we were gonna go upstairs.
There's a window
So
here.
is-
There's a window here.
There's
We
a
were
hole.
gonna-
There's a hole where a window used to be upstairs, perfect for looking out of.
Yeah, we were gonna go upstairs such that Cecilia can have some compartmentalization.
Okay. So yeah, these black creatures are hanging out outside the witch house.
Did that one just grow?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to? Are we gonna tell the witch house to move? Like book it?
Yeah, I mean, if the portal's open, let's just jump planes.
So they kind of extend these pseudopods onto the feet of the witch house and start climbing up the feet. Yeah, Skaha is standing there and she says, I have opened the portal to my grove. Why are you in such a hurry?
Shake 'em
Because
off.
there's a bunch of monsters.
Oh, you're right. Let's go.
Are we taking the hut with us?
We are now. I'm not gonna leave it here.
Oh, good.
Okay, so the hut has stood up. It just kicks its legs, flicking the bleakness off like so much sludge, and then it runs through the portal.
Wait, is the portal like a rift?
I mean,
Gravity feels strange around you, wonky. Everything seems out of sorts, and you feel like you're falling and kind of floating off the ground. And then you find yourself in a totally different place, and the witch hut suddenly comes to a halt.
okay, look out the
Well.
window. 1, did any of the bleakness come with us? 2, where are we?
You don't see any of the bleakness with you.
Well, that's one good thing. What do we see?
You see a peaceful forest all around you. It's very, very bright. It looks rather similar to Skaha's Grove that you found in the material plane, except that it's much brighter. All the colors seem more vibrant. Smells are stronger. So I've just put us on that map.
Okay.
Cecilia, is this where you wanted to go?
I look at Skaha because she's the one driving here. Is
She
this where we
says,
were headed?
This is where we were headed.
Is this protected with like non-detect?
Yes.
Yes.
I have woven
Okay.
enough powerful protective spells over enough decades that this place is safe.
Okay. Everybody needs to get comfortable because we need to have a conversation. Particularly with you two. And she points at Sarshan and Rogar.
Hi.
Of course.
Sarshan didn't do anything wrong. He just threw me out the window, but that was a good thing.
I'm sure I have done other wrong
Rogar-
things, Sarshan says.
I know that you feel really bad right now, but what I need
Aye.
from you is to be helpful.
Okay.
We are all in a lot of trouble. And this is not about me being angry at you. This is about me asking you for help. Me and Caleb asking you for help. To
Okay.
help you and all of us.
I will do anything I can.
The two of you are the only ones here who really have interacted with the Golden Raven. I guess I did too, but she didn't exactly tell me anything other than, haha, I'm the better version of you.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how to beat her. Those guys think that they're going to go to Rashomon and figure out some secret hint that's going to undo it all, but all they're going to find out is stuff about me.
And is that what would make you happy? Is that what would make you happy?
Finding out how to defeat the Golden Raven?
Aye.
Yeah, I guess.
So I would be helping to make you happy if I did that. So it should be okay.
Sure.
These guys.
Sarshan puts a thumbs up. Like, it makes perfect sense to him, too. As one of the two non-geniuses in the room.
I think Cecilia has just realized
Well, I was thinking. Oh, go ahead.
how this is going to be another cuckoo guessing game, but we're gonna try it.
Well, I was going to say, Rogar was thinking while he was petting the bunny that you guys said that something might mean going to the dwarf place, like where my home. But Nogar might have told the Corvid that just like he would not hurt his friends, he would not do anything to harm the dwarves. That was one of
Okay.
the main reasons he did anything, was to save his people. That's the most important thing to him in the whole wide world. As long
So
as I don't think that any part of any deal that someone might have made would have had anything to do with hurting dwarves.
that's good. That
Not intentionally, Sarshan says.
still means we don't know what the golden heart of the rift is, so we don't know how to avoid it.
Oh, that's
Which
true.
probably should go. I feel like Cecilia should have a whiteboard here, just like golden heart of rift. She's gonna turn to Sarshan and be like, obviously this is a conversation we've been avoiding, but you have to tell us. We are so out of our depth here, and it just got a lot deeper.
Yes, I shall do whatever I can to help. But my mind is scrambled and it's hard for me to focus. If you have questions, I think I can answer them. Or I will try.
What is she trying to do? Like, what do we need to stop?
She's
She's gonna eat the world, but she didn't, so...
She wishes to dominate everything. Control everything, everyone. Because she wishes to be utterly invulnerable.
Okay. So...
She will do anything. Any spell, any physical harm, any emotional abuse to get what she wants.
Okay, so different question.
Yes.
What is she vulnerable to?
I have a question. What are you vulnerable to?
Sarshan thinks about it.
Too many things.
Slugs. I do not like slugs, Sarshan says. They taste bad. They're small and slimy, and they
Don't eat
leave
those.
strange trails that interfere with tracking.
Boy, you're talking about slugs.
Oh, I thought you were asking me. You were asking her. That makes more sense. He steps back.
Oh, you're answering me. I thought you were answering her. That was very confusing. I cannot answer other than to say that because I cannot speak about somebody.
Either she's me or she's not me.
She's not you, but
Can you speak about Cecilia?
maybe she's not you because you're better, and you're so. Maybe it's a vulnerability you don't have anymore because you're better.
How? Like, she's a freaking chronomancer.
That's more power, but that doesn't mean better. That doesn't mean happier or healthier or.
It does mean she can take whatever she wants.
Surely her power is centered on something.
Lich lords and
points
stuff.
out.
And don't get all excited, Caliph. But Lich lords are really powerful and can take anything they want a lot of times. That doesn't make them better. I wouldn't want to be a Lich Lord.
Very invulnerable. You have to find their soul cage or phylactery thing in order to defeat them.
Caliph
That's
is
what we
slightly
need.
insulted right now, and she's not sure if she should be.
Yes, the fool is right, Ska says.
You would make a good Lich Lord, though, Caliph. Sorry.
She must have some source of her power. Like a Lich's soul cage.
And it is all well and good to know that she's afraid of being vulnerable and getting hurt and being betrayed and all of those things. But it doesn't really help, does it? Because she's figured out a way to keep all of that off by eating different timelines. We don't all get that option.
If you were eating different timelines to be invulnerable, you would probably stop once you felt invulnerable and believed you were invulnerable. So if you're still eating timelines, then you obviously are not yet invulnerable, right? Hypothermically.
Yeah.
Sergeant's
I don't
thinking really
think
hard.
means we can hurt her. Unless there's something she has that's got her power in it. That mask, maybe. I have one of those, but I don't think it's the same thing. It's
The hourglass, he says.
hourglass?
The hourglass. Whenever she would summon me, there was a room with an emerald hourglass.
Oh,
That was in your memory.
It
Is that
was.
what she's using?
I think so. Sergeant says, I do not understand magic as well as either of you do, but she seemed protective of the hourglass.
So if we can destroy that.
Or seize it, Skaha says.
Rogar will pretend like his hands are doors and open them.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I'm like a refrigerator.
What is a refrigerator? I genuinely don't know what you're trying to do with your
Oh, cold box thing in your hut.
Oh. For the hourglass? Oh, you're doing the answers. Gotcha.
Sergeant is imitating Rogar.
Rogar
Okay.
is Sergeant.
That tells us like a weak point. But she's got that with her. We can't get that. Can we?
If we could confront her, Sergeant says.
Right. We need some way to do that because this is not working. Last time it went very poorly.
Last time it was just you and me, and I was mostly incapacitated.
Yeah, I seem to have heard some stuff about what happened outside of the banishment sphere, and it was not great. She has resources we don't, like a friggin' astral dreadnought.
She separated all of us.
Should we get an astral dreadnought?
Ooh.
Huh?
Okay. Very
Wait, what
serious
if this
question.
is a trap? What if that's the trap? It's like first you think you need an astral dreadnought, and next thing you know, you're the golden raven.
Okay, that's a better question.
What
I
if
don't quite
you
get
get
it,
an
but-
astral dreadnought? What if you get the astral dreadnought and then it's not mine?
Wait, who are you? Are you talking to Keyleth at this
I'm
point?
talking to Caliph.
Well, is it an
Caliph
undead
seems-
Kate Astral Dreadnought?
It can
What if
become
you-
undead.
Kayla's like, there's two kinds of astral dreadnoughts: undead and yet to become undead.
Wait, we killed one, didn't we? In the silver.
No, we
Sea?
did not.
In
We
the Silver
jumped in
Sea?
its mouth.
Oh, that's right.
We jumped in its mouth, and
It's the opposite of
it
killing
was fine.
And one appeared over Westgate, didn't it? At the end of
Yeah,
Resident
that's
Evil?
true. Another one appeared and we banished it
Oh, banished it. Oh, right.
with runes and the power of friendship.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. They're tough to kill, it seems.
That's it, Sargent says. The power of friendship.
Okay, no. That.
Scott
Yeah.
says he may be a fool, but he does have a point. You do have one advantage that the Golden Raven does not have. Several of them.
The power of friendship?
No,
Friends.
you have companions.
She
Well, if
has
you-
witches.
People she controls. If you can break her control, then she has no one. And she's just herself.
Do we know how she's controlling them?
Do we, gentlemen?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a guess that they're
Hmm.
geishas.
That's actually a really solid guess.
You might be right, Sarshan says.
They're all wearing those masks, too. And you can put a spell in a mask.
Wait, Rogar is doing the hand thing again. Sarshan starts imitating the hand thing.
I honestly don't remember. We have to go over what the hand thing, because I know that one was yes and one was no, and I don't remember what they are. Was this yes? Okay, so you think the masks are the thing, which means great, because that means we have to get close enough to take a mask off of a witch who's in another dimension. That once we enter, the Golden Raven will immediately know we're there.
And who was like us from alternate timelines or something?
Something.
Cecilia and Caliph, you may make insight checks.
19?
26.
Okay. You think Rogar is saying that this control connects to their masks, and that each of the Golden Raven servants has a mask.
Rogar, do you have a mask?
That means yes.
Rogar, was the amulet your mask?
Do you have it on your
That
person
means
right
no.
now?
Is anything happening? Is like the light.
Yeah, you're feeling a little nauseous.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna go search him.
Oh, wait, hold person.
Hey, there we go. Actually, yeah, no, I'll search him. I was gonna make Sarshan do it, but I'm kind of mad at Sarshan right now.
Okay.
Do you want to put a mask on him?
Does Rogar voluntarily fail that saving throw?
Aye.
Yep.
He
Rogar
seems
gets
to have.
paralyzed. With his hands like halfway open. Eh. All right. He doesn't seem to have a mask on him.
I'm gonna go inside the witch house and go upstairs and search the stuff he left in the witch house.
Okay. Yeah, you don't find a mask among those belongings.
Gonna stick my head out and go, there's nothing here!
And Skaha says, appearances may be deceiving.
Just Kayla's like, oh
has-
good. She's about to like start reaching inside to search.
She casts a spell, and then she reaches over toward the paralyzed Rogar, and like grasps what looks like she's reaching into his forehead, and she just peels off, like slowly peels off this face And it's still Rogar underneath. It's still his face, but she's holding a mask.
I would have figured this out eventually.
She says,
I'm
"Yes,
stomping
of
back
course."
down.
She
Yes,
hands
of
it
course,
to.
yes, of course.
She hands it to Cecilia. And this mask is made of silk.
Is
And
Rogar's
it's,
face okay?
pink.
Is he like bleeding or anything?
No, he seems to be fine.
Okay. We
Yes, the chat is now talking about Face Off. It's pretty great.
I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna turn to Skaha and be like,
Mhm.
I wish you would stop taking over everything. And then I'm gonna turn to Caliph. We destroy it? Or can we use it to get back to her, you think?
Do you think she knows that we figured out his mask?
I don't know at this point.
Honestly, bro.
She seems
We
to know
could try. We
everything.
could try getting rid of it. We could try burning it, just to see what happens. Like, what is the worst that could happen?
It explodes. Rips
So
a
we set
hole
it
in the
on fire
plane.
some distance away.
My grove should be safe, Skaha says.
It's been at least a minute.
Yep, the whole person wears off. It felt a little strange having your face peeled off
Oh,
there,
hey.
Rogar.
hey,
But
Rogar.
your face is full and complete.
hi.
Who put the curse on you? The Golden Raven or the Glittery Corvid?
The golden. Do I feel
Yeah,
anything?
you throw up a little in your mouth.
Okay, so
Oh.
this is not it.
Question in
I
the
don't-
chat was, does the mask have a full beard too? And the answer is yes.
I don't have the same spells I used to have. I could Eldritch Blast it. Poke
Is
it with
there a
spear.
fire going on in your witch house? Like in the...
If you blow up the chimney in my witch house, I'm gonna be so
No,
upset.
No. I'm just saying,
Does a
like, carry
bending
some of the
cantrip
fire.
work on that?
Carry some of the fire out.
Okay, fine. Let's try that. I feel like non-magical fire destroying a magical item feels hinky, but it could work.
We could just try it.
Let's try it. We pick some of the fire out of the witch house.
Okay.
And make a little fire and put the mask in.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be burning.
Okay. If I cast Dispel Magic on it. Wait, sorry, that's one of the things I gave myself for Warlock stuff, but it was giving myself stuff back I can't have. So I don't have that. Caliph, do you have Dispel Magic? Because that's usually Artemisia's job.
No, I mean, the most I can do is try to shatter or wither it. And by wither, I mean blight it.
Skaha looks like she wants to say something.
I want to cast Identify on it
Okay.
and figure out if I can know anything about how it might be undone.
All right. So you assess it using your Vermiani training and one of the relatively minor but very useful spells that you learned. And this mask is indeed a mask that when you wear it, it hides itself from view. It becomes invisible. And it is called Desire. The mask is.
Mhm.
And the bearer of this mask is called the Witch of Desire.
What does it do? It's just a mask?
Well, it turns invisible. It is a conduit to a patron who holds the other end of the connection. And generally speaking, what it does is it shields the wearer from attempts to identify the wearer's identity or whether the wearer is lying.
Kayla wants to take her fancy new necromancer dagger and just try and shred it.
Okay. Cool.
Did it shred it?
Yeah, hold on. I just need to think about it for a second. Okay. Yeah, make an attack roll, please.
I forget what I'm supposed to roll. That's like a D.
Yeah, it's a D20.
Right. Oh my gosh.
The necromancer makes melee attacks so rarely. She's like, "Oh, how do I attack again? Oh, right."
19?
Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah.
Stab the hell out of it.
You pull out the sacrificial athame and you just stab the mask with it. And yeah, you put a hole in the mask.
An extra hole.
You hear whispers, like pained whispers from the mask. Do you keep?
You should keep stabbing it quick.
Okay.
Is Rogar
Add
feeling anything?
Stab from the spear.
You go Halloween kills on the mask.
Do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No
Uh,
mercy.
Sure enough, you have shredded the mask, and the light starts to dim around you. And there's this foul smell that rises up from the mask. It smells like perfume that barely covers the stench of rot and waste.
Gross.
So this is what desire smells like, huh?
Skaha is tensed. She's waiting for something bad to happen. But then, sure enough, the mask shreds into pieces and its magic dissipates.
And
Okay.
what's okay? Look towards
Rogar.
Rogar.
You suddenly feel very weak.
I.
In fact, it feels as though you have been stabbed about 20 times.
All at once it hits me.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll probably like scream, I fall to the floor,
Well, let's see.
fall to my knees and swoon.
You take 38 stabbing, piercing damage
Okay.
as these little wounds appear on your body under your armor. And he collapses to the ground.
I'm
Not
gonna
dead, just very hurt.
jump in and cast Cure Wounds, which I think for artificers is sort of like you're holding, you kind of like pinch it shut and shoot a little magic in there. It's very practical. It's not
Mhm.
comfortable, but it works.
Get in
Mhm.
there.
Did that spit out the value?
Yeah.
11.
11.
Well, that's something.
A little bit of healing. Boop.
What helps with the shock of it?
Yeah, you feel a little more energy go into you, Rogar.
Okay.
You kind of like peel your armor away, and you see that you don't actually have wounds. It just felt like you were being stabbed.
I'm going to try and do a little prestidigitation. Just
All right, 1 second.
create some faint musical notes. A ching ching in the air.
Nothing happens.
Oh. Oh.
You don't feel any magic.
Golden?
You do feel a little ill.
Really? When I say golden, or just in general?
Yes.
Okay. Golden Raven?
Nothing happens.
The Golden Raven is a liar pants.
Nothing happens.
I think I'm free.
Well, that's good.
I'm going to try and calm emotions.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Wait, to be clear, are you calming emotion? Is Rogar calming emotions on himself?
I try.
Yeah, you don't have any sense of any magic. You don't feel any connection to Sharinlar. You feel empty.
Okay. Alright. I don't know how I can help you now.
Well,
But at least
fortunately,
I won't
I've been
hurt
through
you.
this one, so I think we'll be able to figure something out.
Okay.
And
But the good thing is you're not stuck with that curse anymore. I think.
I won't hurt you any. It can't be used against you anymore, at least. And he starts to cry out of relief.
Pat Rogar on the shoulder.
And that's all the time we have for tonight.
Okay.
Tune in for part 2 next week. We will see where it goes from here. I have been Eric Scott DeB, the DM of this campaign most of the time, not all of the time, about half the time now, since we have split into the 2 groups. Team Hut will be back next week, and then we will be at Team Rashomon the following week, which I believe will be April 13th. 13th? I think that's the right day.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Again, I want to give a brief nod to our charity. We are raising money for Ukrainian refugees fleeing the conflict in that country. Please help. Whatever you can do to help, we appreciate it. Take it away, Aaron.
I'm Erin M. Evans. You can follow me on Twitter at Erin M. Evans. You can join me on this channel on Mondays at 1:30 p.m. Pacific for Concentration Check, a co-writing space, and on twitch.tv/CNE Games every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific with B. Dave Walters and Trevor Bettis for Champions of Lore, a show about the lore behind our sponsor, Idle Champions of Forgotten Realms. Check them out at idlechampions.com.
I've been Emily Tang. Thank you tonight to our moderators, and thank you to Yang Yang, our omniscient. Oh
Yang
gosh,
Yang.
I just lost words. The omniscient Yang Yang. There we go.
I've been Randy Henderson. Thank you so much to all the amazing people who gave all those subscriptions and bits today. That was amazing.
Very exciting.
Yes. Thank you for all the spell slots back, Myra Doug, Cassius, Original Langston. For all the people who are new to the show, you can hop over onto our website and check out info on the players, characters, recaps of all our past episodes. For everyone, come join us over on our Discord. Great community where we just talk about the stream, about gaming in general, our hobbies, writing. Most of all of us are authors, as well as all fun things, fun and geeky. And then check out our YouTube where you can catch all of our past episodes, plus a lot of clips and other things. Now we're adding a lot of cool clips. So check that out, subscribe, ring the bell, so that you get notified when we add new content. And until next time, stay scrawly.